Hello, this is Alex from Swoosh English, and we've been getting a lot of questions from our current students asking, with the changes that are coming into place for the new updated revised OET exam from September onwards, is the exam going to be made more difficult? So there's lots of gossip going around as well to say that, well, they're going to be making it more difficult because maybe X percentage of people have been passing, or they want it to, I don't know, be more of a competitive examination where there's a lower percentage of people getting a grade B in all four areas, and this is not true at all. Why are they putting the changes into place? Well, the main reason is that they've been speaking to a lot of stakeholders, lots of, management within hospitals, nurses, doctors, specialists, etc., asking them about their day-to-day work, and they want to make the new examination as accurate as possible to what you would be expecting when you come to work in an English-speaking environment, in a hospital in the UK, Australia, etc. So these are why the changes have been made, because healthcare is changing. We're now in 2018, and the current examination has been this way for quite a period of time. So so it's not going to be more difficult. It's going to be just the same way that it is now in terms of its level of difficulty. So there's no worries about that at all. So I should say, don't worry about that whatsoever. It's not going to be made more difficult or easier than it is right now. The first examination that will come into place will be September the 9th, where the new changes will be in effect. So between now and August, you have got the examination in the original way that it's been for quite a while. And then from September the 9th onwards, that's when the new changes will come into place. So what are these new changes? Well, I wouldn't, there's no real change to the format, etc. The scoring, basically the writing is exactly the same. There's no change to the writing whatsoever. For the reading and listening sections, I would say this is probably the biggest change. It's not huge changes, but it's bigger than the other two. Bigger than the speaking and the writing. For reading and listening, they're going to have more of a format of consulting between professional colleagues. So the way that maybe a nurse speaks to another nurse in the hospital, or a doctor speaks to another doctor in the hospital, that kind of communication, they want to, they've not had that in place before, so they wanted to bring that into effect, because it's important for you to be able to express yourself, communicate with other colleagues in an English-speaking hospital environment. Then for the speaking, there's going to be a wider range of things that they're going to be marking you on for the role plays. And as I mentioned, the writing, which is always the most difficult area to get a B, that's not going to change at all. And the other thing I wanted to say is, well, I mentioned that the fact it's not going to be easier and it's not going to be more difficult, which I think a lot of you would be happy to hear about. Whether, with regards to your preparation materials, OET are going to be producing more materials to reflect the new examination. So they are going to come into an effect soon. And a lot of our current students who are on our courses here at Swoosh will be updating our video course materials, our live class materials, etc., to reflect the new examination. A lot of our students who are in our program right now, I would imagine that they won't even need to think about these new changes, because they would have already passed their examination. That's what we do for them. We make sure that once they're at that grade B level in their preparation, in their classes, in the writing homework that they're putting into the Facebook group to get corrected by our UK OET teachers, once they're at that grade B level consistently, that's when we'll tell them to go ahead and book their examination. But anyone else who's watching this video later on, September the 9th is when it comes into place. So actually, I've just remembered the other question that I'm being asked a lot is, what if all the preparation I'm doing right now, is that just going to go to waste and have to completely change everything? And the answer is no. A lot of the skills that you're learning, a lot of the competencies, the vocabulary, the grammar, etc., none of that changes. There's just some small changes that are being made to the examination. So hopefully this video was helpful to you. If you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to put them in the message box. I'm more than happy to answer them. And if you want to get any more free materials from us, go to swooshenglish.com, and we've got lots of materials on there that you can download immediately. Free video lessons, tips, advice, recordings about whether you should take OET or IELTS are also in there.